Coming up on Hold All Tickets, it is a massive edition. Group 1 racing from Flemington with the Makybe Diva Stakes, but I love the run to the Rose at Rosehill, so I'm going to throw to Xavier for Flemington.
Oh, Mr. Brightside, Versestina, Pride of Jenny, taking each other on in the same race. I cannot wait. What more could you want for your Saturday? And I love your best value today.
It's a colt that you're not going to expect. He's one that's going to be hitting the line very hard. He's one to watch for the future, and Hold All Tickets is coming your way right now. Hello and welcome to Hold All Tickets. It is Thursday, September 12th as we gear up for a massive weekend of racing, the Group 1 Makybe Diva Stakes at Flemington, and of course feature racing from Rosehill. The racing is getting faster. The horses are getting even better. I cannot wait. As always, I'm your host, Alex Donnelly. I am joined by Xavier Pegum. He's up and about for Diva Day at Flemington.
Honestly, Flemington in the spring, there's something romantic about it. I love it.
On today's show, as always, Self-Trumpeter of the Week, the tips and best bets from Flemington and Rosehill with the top 4 for the Makybe Diva Stakes. But before we start, please make sure that you subscribe, follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating there, and also a review. But most importantly, head to YouTube, hit the subscribe little notifications bell. So every time a video comes out from the team at Punters, you'll get a little notification going, hey, watch us, leave a comment, say you don't like how we move our hands about or carry on. Also, Racing Victoria Howie Spring Series. Episode 3 is now live. I work out with jockey Celine Gaudray, and I make myself look like an absolute dill. It is much harder than you think, and if you ever worked out like that, you'd never bag a jockey again. But anyway, we need to rip in because, as always, we start with the Self-Trumpeter of the Week. A lot of votes this week.
Really?
A lot of votes.
I've got competition.
Yeah. Not so much competition because it's a spread.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
1 voters we'll start off with. Co-worker of ours, Pete Menzies, posts in the work group chat a bet slip and just says, 11-leg multi. Don't mind if I do. No tip pre-multi. Pete, that's 1 vote.
Yeah, tips not slips, champ.
Exactly. Shane Churlio, he's featured on this before. He quote tweeted an SEN track tweet saying that J-Mac was happy with Giga Kick. And he says, the last time my opinion lined up with James's comments was a wee horse named Romantic Warrior in the Cox Plate. Gamble responsibly, Giga wins the Everest. Just a little trumpet that he found Romantic Warrior last year.
I hate when armchair punters compare themselves to James McDonald like they're in the same league.
Woodsy, at Beer Gut Punter. He is a mate of mine, Woodsy. Can't talk. Drinking cocktails with a terrible view. He's in Fiji. That's 1 vote, Woodsy.
No, good on you, Woodsy. Keep up the work,
We do love Woodsy. Wayne Ormond. Now, he is someone who has featured very heavily on this. We love Wayne Ormond. Owner of Mr. Brightside, found that horse. He's in for a great time this spring. So, Jack Ginnivan, after the win that Hawthorn had against the Western Bulldogs, said in an interview, can you suggest anything in Adelaide for me? There isn't much there to do for me. Because that was going to the London Tavern the previous night. And he was like, my 6 best mates are at the pub. I had 2 waters, watched half a game of footy. The media carries on, and to be honest, I don't care. Fair enough. Wayne Ormond quote tweets that. Spend a day with the real whiz. Come on, Wayne. That's Jeff Farmer. You're getting a vote for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dave's on X. Now, he posted a yawn emoji after being banned by a corporate bookmaker from promos and such with the email embedded into the tweet. So that's just 1 vote going, you've got banned. Good stuff, Dave. We've all been there. 2 voters. Miles Fitzner.
Oh, the
Old
SEM.
Fitz magic is back for this season.
SEM boys getting a bit of a shout out.
I got laughed at when I said the Cats would make the 8. Got laughed at again when I said they'd make the top 4. Got laughed at they can't win tonight. Bite me. I'm not saying we can win it, but welcome to the club of always having faith in your culture. Hashtag Geelong, hashtag Cats, hashtag AFL, hashtag AFL finals, hashtag Cats power. So that's just Miles just really trumpeting how good Geelong is and, that he's never lost faith.
Hashtag too many bloody hashtags, Miles.
2 votes. 2 votes for Paul, who's at Racing in Spring on X. Geez, I've backed Kyokushin every time he goes around X at Osborne, and I think at Henry Dwyer's $4,750 purchase for the Trollovs, nice to get something back at $17 powered up. So this horse has obviously won during the week. This has been sent in by Lammy, so good to see Lammy's paying attention on his sojourn wherever he is at the moment. Paul has quote tweeted a tweet from September 2022. Best bet of the day at Ladbrokes Park, race 7, Kyokushin, $15 each way. Paul, you've done all that work to go back 2 years and you've quote tweeted your own stuff. That's 2 votes. That is just, what are you doing, mate? You're lucky it's not more.
I think Paul needs a bit of help. Hope you're all right, buddy.
Luke Hodge. Now, got told he was going to present the Premiership Cup to one of the grand finalists. Matthew Richardson says to him, "Do you need any advice on how to present the Premiership Cup, Hodgie?" "No, mate, I've lifted it 4 times." You get 4 votes, 1 for every time you've lifted the cup there, Luke Hodge. That is the end of the Self-Trumpeters of the week. No change to the leaderboard. Xavier Pegum still in front on 10 from Luke Hodge on 4. Couple of blokes on 2 votes, headed by Liam Pickering, G1 Select, Miles Fitzner, and at Racing in Spring. I can't wait. The next couple of weeks are going to be great.
Must say, that's pretty good from Luke, though.
Oh, it's great. It is a great trumpet.
Oh, awesome.
Phenomenal trumpet.
Unbelievable. I liked it. I thought it was nice and quick.
You've still got to get the votes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We wouldn't have a segment without it. So cheers, Hodgie.
Yeah, let's get to last week's results. We were at the Valley. It was a bit of a graveyard. Your best bet, race 7, number 2, Epilemnies, got stuck on the fence.
Okay, let me just go through these really quickly. Best bet, Epilemnies, race 7, number 2, like you said before. Yuck. Next best was obviously Arkansas Kid, race 5, number 3. It came second, so I can't really
beaten,
bag
but
it
not
too
disgraced.
much. Yeah, not too. I think it's just more so there's been a lot of hype around Arkansas Kid this spring, and
running again this weekend.
We just expected Arkansas Kid to win, so I forgive in my eyes.
Yeah,
because it's not the end of the world. Best value, Johnny Allen on board, home rule again, just like he was on Epilemnies. Race 10, number 2, home rule. I think I was a bit too optimistic with this one. So if you were following my Moonee Valley tips last week, I apologise.
Send your hate tweets to @Xavier @punters. Me, I was playing at Randwick. The rail was on fire. That wasn't great for me, but still not a good day anyway. My best bet was aft cabin on an each way basis. Didn't do much, just sort of lobbed around. Finished 8th, beaten 3.5. Not sure where he goes from here. Next best was Amelia's Jewel. Now, I was thrilled with her run. Just happened to run in a thing of Gay and Adrian's that was first up in Australia that just came to play. So I can't really complain there too much. I've got beaten by a better horse on the day. Again, not sure where she ends up. My value bet was in race 6. It was in the Furious Stakes. Lazora at $15. She's lobbed into a place. God bless her. So we've saved something from the day there. Manal and Amina, very good. But this little filly, I think she's going places as well. Maybe sort of that lower level throughout the spring.
Nice.
All right, let's turn this around. Let's get into the tips. The Group 1 Makybe Diva takes centre billing. Now, you've already done the Group 1 preview for the Makybe Diva Stakes, so just run us through your top 4. Just what's your top 4 in order?
Yeah, so Mr. Brightside on top. Next, I've got Pinstriped, Via Sistina, and a Tissue.
No Pride of Jenny?
No.
No. Your offer?
I just...
You want to see her do it?
Yeah, I just think last start just wasn't much crack. I think we need to give a lot more respect to Pinstriped. Coming from the last run in the Memsey, just unbelievable. And Via Sistina, I think, what was that stat this morning? Someone read out. Running anti-clockwise 0 from 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, her first time on Victorian soil as well. And at the end of the day, if you're going off the Wink Stakes, like, ignore the anti-clockwise thing, mate. She is
cracking race.
She's a quality horse.
Yeah, cracking race. Yeah. All right, let's get to your tips. Let's head to a Flemington. Your best bet comes up in a race 2, a small but select field here. This could be sneaky Golden Rose lead up. Yeah,
Daggers. I really, really like this colt. Awesome ownership group. Busted and Young Cam, I've said this for weeks, they're absolutely flying at the moment. This is one of their most exciting colts within their stable. Now, I got some really good info not too long ago. The plan for this horse is to hopefully get some black type around it in spring, also maybe a bit of black type in autumn, and they're going to then sell it as a stallion.
Well, it's got to win a Group 1, man.
Exactly.
You ain't selling this off a listed win.
No. And rightly so, but that's the plan. That's the plan. But we all know plans can change.
Yep.
Now, next best, I go to the Group 1, race 8, number 1, Mr. Brightside. I think he improves from his last start. And I say improve, he came second in the Memsey. Like, it was still a really, really good
But the data
run.
said it was one of his better first up runs of his life.
Exactly.
So.
And also, he's such a versatile horse. He's won over 1,400 to 2,000s. 1,600 won't be a stretch at all.
1,600 is his sweet spot.
Absolutely.
So I like it.
Picture perfect. And my best value, nice long odds in this one in race 1. Race 1, number 5, Moonhaven out of the Friedman camp. More specifically, the Sam and Anthony Friedman camp. $26. And it's won at this distance and grade before.
Yep.
Down the Flemington straight, it has an unbelievable turn of foot. And I can't wait to see that from Moonhaven this Saturday, hopefully. So fingers crossed.
Did happen to run third to a handy horse called Mornington Glory last start too.
Correct. In the BM 100 at Moonee Valley.
Yeah, so the form stacks up well.
Yeah.
All right, with that being said, let's get to Rosehill, where the rail is out in the plus 5 metre around the whole track. Good for. My best bet comes up in race number 3. It's number 7, Unusual Legacy for Waller and McAvoy. Probably goes back to last from the gate, but I think this horse will improve second up. He was quite good first up, hitting the line behind Too Much Caviar and Cadetship. Benjamin Osmond rode that day. Karen McAvoy on second up, unbeaten second up. Got the job done for a second up last preparation. I'm pretty keen to see where he goes here. Only had the 4 starts. This gelding's a horse who could just sneak his way through the grades. And like a race like the 1800 metre race at Flemington on Melbourne Cup Day could be right up his alley. That listed race, what is it, the UCI Stakes or something?
To be fair, I'm still just in love with his win at Scone in last preparation. He was so strong there.
Yeah. Next best comes up in the highway. God bless the highways. Race 2, number 1, InterVarsity for Paul Massara, Leah Gravenach. Zach Waddick takes the ride here, takes 3 kilos off, but this horse comes out of the Mona Lisa last start, led them up, kicked, and was just run down by Terra Mata, ran 4th there, beaten half her length, drops way back in grade to highway level from barrier 13, can just roll across, doesn't have to lead as we saw in its highway 2 back where J-Mac rode it, and she just exploded. Look, currently about $2.70 is the best odds you can get around the traps at the moment. So pretty happy to take that on a horse who I think's just got panels on them. So really keen to see what this mare can do.
Another value bet.
Now, value bet. Let's head to the main race of the day. We should probably talk a little bit about this race before talking about the bet because Stormboy second up into this. We've got Switzerland resuming. We've got Traffic Warden resuming. Bustling, who's got a slot in the Everest, is here. Plus horses like Fearless, Linebacker, Emirate. This, I love the Diva. This is the race of the day in Australia for me.
It's quality race. Quality race and really like a proper future race here.
Yeah, this is the we'll settle the men from the boys here. Like if you're getting gapped here, you're just not up to the big boys in this spring.
You know how every year we talk about the changing of the guard when there's sort of those quality horses? A lot of the horses in this list will be a part of that in a couple of years to come.
And a few of them have all trialled up really well. Like Stormboy obviously absolutely smashed them first up. I think Traffic Warden's trialled brilliantly. Switzerland resumes. He was one of the favourites in the Golden Slipper. Bustling comes across with a massive reputation from the West. Trials have been good, but he's already got the slot in the Everest, so he needs to be peaking that day. My tip in the race, it is my value bet of the day. It is Linebacker, the Super Seth Colt for Johnny O'Shea and Tommy Charlton. Karen McAvoy takes the ride. I've loved what he's been doing in his trials. He match modes with Giga Kick in his latest trial on the 30th of August. Prior to that, went around in a Lady of Camelot Giga Kick trial. Now, Giga Kick was good first up, as was Lady of Camelot. He was 6 lengths off him. That was over 850, and that was just a knock-around hit out for him. But I loved his win in the Ballieu, and I thought his run in the Champagne was brilliant when he was run down by Broadsiding. So the form all around him looks fantastic. If he can take a sit from barrier 10 and hit the line, because I also don't know if they're going to want to go forward up against Stormboy first up when he's the Caulfield Guineas horse in this race. So really keen to see what he does, but he's about $14 at the moment. I'm pretty happy to play him each way.
Yeah, he gets rolled by Broadsiding, but he gets rolled by a quality horse in that Group 1. I just think this is a great one for punters to black book. One of the absolute pearlers that are coming out of the John O'Shea and Tom Charlton camp at the moment.
You're getting cash for comment there or something, but you have a look at
Johnny and I are great mates.
We have a look at him.
What's doing, brother?
He's won about just a quick gaze about 12 to 13 from his last 30 odd runners. Obviously won the Wine Cup last Saturday, so the camp is absolutely flying at the moment. So
Lions Roar. I'm happy for Lions Roar.
Yeah.
After obviously beating Lions Roar in the Great Wagga Gold Cup, it's good for him to get a notch under the belt. But he's also Group 1 winner as well.
Yeah, he is. What, ran with Guineas?
I think so.
Yeah, ran with Guineas. And a good contributor after contributor passed away during the week. All right, let's get into the yays or nays for this weekend. So I'll hit you with this one.
Yep.
Is the Run to the Rose and Makybe Diva Stakes proof that we don't need exorbitant prize money here in Australia?
Probably. But
it's a yay or a nay. There's no probably.
Oh.
No being a Switzerland here.
Yeah, it's true. I know. You know what? I'm not usually the most diplomatic person, but probably a yay. In saying that, I do like to see the prize money. It sets us apart from the rest of the world.
Yeah, but what I mean is this race is worth $300,000, the Run to the Rose, and the Makybe Diva is worth $750,000. So a race like last week, like the Concord, was worth $1 million. It could have been worth $500,000.
It's a bit inconsistent, isn't it?
And you're still getting the same field. So
yeah,
this race for $300,000, this is more that reputation thing. And it's like, the rich end of town when they've got the Colt deals potentially down the line.
Yeah.
You know, their prize money's great as it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, does the Makybe Diva result tell us who the best horse in Australia is?
I'm going to say Neigh.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because I think it's too soon to call it. I want to see who wins the Cox Plate.
Absolutely. And because...
Well, if Prognosis comes out and wins it, well, then I might have to go back to who's won the Everest.
Yeah, well, I think the Cox Plate, completely agree with you because you've actually got a bit more talent coming in from overseas and stuff like that.
Storm Boy and Broadsiding could turn up there,
Yeah.
even a horse like Linebacker, but then you've got Brightside, A Tissue, Pride of Jenny, V. Sustina could all be there. Plus, you don't know, a Fangirl could be there and a few of these other horses that are running next week in the 7 stakes at Randwick. So, yeah, we got a lot of options right now, and it's a good place to be in Australian racing.
Even horses that are beating Via Sustina, like, don't get me wrong, obviously trained in Australia, I still consider Via Sustina to be an international horse.
Fair enough. We've also got Warmonger and Circle of Fire resuming as well. Sydney Cup winner, Queensland Derby winner, high up in Melbourne Cup and Caulfield Cup markets. So
just a casual 8 lengths. Was it 12 lengths?
I think it was 10.
Right.
Whatever. It was a long way.
Either way.
10.4.
Either way, Terry Henderson was a happy man.
As he would be. He does a great job.
Yeah.
Does Growing Empire, who's owned by Yulong, get a slot in the Everest if he wins the Poseidon at Flemington on Saturday?
I don't see why not. Reaches the credentials there.
Oof.
Yeah.
Who do Yulong have that's a sprinter that can run in the slot at the moment?
Ooh.
I honestly can't think of anything. That's why I'm like, it's probably him.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yay.
Good. I like it.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Let's just keep it fucking bang.
Nice and simple. Just a little nudge to mid on.
Yeah.
Quick single.
Quick single.
Finish us off.
All right. Watching this yesterday, it was just an absolute schnitzel show.
Yep.
Was the Tab Kosciuszko reveal one of the most underwhelming showings or reveals or whatever you call it ever?
I'll have to say yay because I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch
and it's
it?
usually, is it just in the boardroom at Racing New South Wales?
So bad. It was literally like watching your old man figure out how to use Excel for the first time.
Yep.
And he's like, these are the numbers. Didn't even have the names out there of who won. It was
Well, you don't because
ticket,
it just has the customer number
and
or wherever the ticket's been bought.
It's just, it was crap.
Why not just put it on a live stream and then just maybe tweet it out? I guess they've got to show it for regulatory reasons or something.
Yeah, of course.
I honestly did not know the draw was yesterday.
It was...
If anyone wants a horse, by the way, I'm sure Tim Donnelly might have one somewhere if you haven't picked one up yet. I don't think Cliff House can run over 1,200 metres, but give Dad a call. He'll help you out.
Also, just in regards to the whole Kosciuszko thing, in regards to the editing, literally like that Excel spreadsheet, if you need an editor for next year, my nan will be available. Her expertise match up.
Thanks to our not sponsors, Racing New South Wales.
Yeah.
All right. We do have to hold people accountable when stuff like that happens. Like when you do the barrier draws and everyone tweets it out horse by horse. We're watching it on TV. We know what's happening.
Oh, it's so bad. Yeah.
All right. That's us done and dusted on that amazingly awesome high note here on Hold All Tickets. We'll be back next week. Next week is a huge week. We've got the 7 stakes in Sydney. It's just ridiculous because I know it's not... don't think it's a Group 1 at the moment, but it's the old George Main. Yeah. So it's a cracker. Fangirl's going to turn up there. I can't even remember what we're doing in Melbourne, but I'm sure we're probably due for the Caulfield Guineas Preludes next week, so I'm assuming that'll be on. As I have a quick look, bang, Caulfield Guineas Preludes. Now, also make sure that you check out our Hold All Tickets Hong Kong Jockey Club World Pool Show, which is, it'll be out by the time you're listening to this because we go through 3 races at Flemington this weekend, which will be World Pool betting, so think of how big the pools are going to be for there. Plus a couple of races at Leopardstown because it's Irish Champions Day, and then a couple of races at the Curragh on Sunday. We have a racing coming out the Wazoo. The Irish Champion Stakes is a cracker. The St. Ledger has the nominal Melbourne Cup favourite in Vauban in it as well. So we'll be talking you through all things World Pool racing on the, Hold All Tickets Hong Kong Jockey Club World Pool. I got to workshop that name, but it's all World Pool based. It's going to be
the world.
Bet with the world. Get that thing out there. Big shout out to homie behind the screen as well as always. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Also, check out AFL today, filling all your footy finals needs. AFLW today as we head to round 3 there. NFL Australia after round 1 of the NFL is back. Football today, North London Derby this weekend in the EPL. I'm still filthy because Martin Odegaard's injured, but anyway, that's a completely different show. Anyway, we will catch you next week on Hold All Tickets.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.